I feel proud of it. It's something that I've attained, something I wanted for many years, relates back to my childhood, relates back to my father. To me, it represents a lot of things looking backwards into the past. From a very early age on my part, I remember my father being quite passionate about Jaguars. As general manager, he was entitled to quite an upmarket car. So I grew up riding around in Jaguars with the walnut polished dashboard and all those wonderful switches that they had. And they were regarded as very special upmarket cars in that day. And of course, the iconic ultimate two-seater sports car would have had to have been the E-Type Jaguar. Occasionally you'd see one on the road and you'd just go, wow, you know, just amazing to own one of those. And I'm sure that my father would have loved to have owned one, but it was just not practical, especially a man with 5 sons. Think back to those days and I wanted a car that represented the car that I couldn't afford in those days. I kept thinking about the E-Type as being my ultimate car. One day I'll push the boat out and I'll get myself an E-Type. Cummins family specialised in Jaguars. There was this car in their showroom. It was just amazing. The car just looked outstanding. It had had a really good restoration done. That car ignited something in me that said, this is the right car. The fact that it was a Jaguar, which took me back to my childhood and my days with my dad. The fact it was the iconic Jaguar. The fact that it's so beautiful to look at. The fact that it had been restored to such a high level. All of those things in combination said this is the car for me. Some people hanker after a barn find. That's not what I want in a car. That's what I want in a guitar. Guitars are totally different, and you want a guitar that has all the dings and scratches on it because that is the story of its history. But with a car, I want one that's almost brand new. I like to share it because I'm amazed at the job that somebody did in restoring it. I often get people coming up to me saying, what a lovely car. And I'll say, let me show you around it. And I point things out and I open the bonnet and show them the engine. I just like the expressions on people's faces when they see it and they go, wow, because it is quite a sight. At the end, you know, people will say, well, thank you for taking the time to show it to me. And I'll say, no, thank you for giving me the opportunity because I just love it. It's great. The difference of driving a convertible, to me, it's chalk and cheese. In an open top car, you can feel the wind blowing past you, you've got full visibility, and you feel connected with your surroundings, and the whole atmosphere is totally different. And that's what I love about a convertible car. The whole learning experience of driving a car on the track are the lines you take through the corner. When to turn in, how close to go to the curb, how far to come out to keep your maximum speed. And you can't help but take some of that with you when you're on the road, especially when you're driving a two-seater sports car with a manual gearbox. And in the E-Type, the gearbox is just so good. It's like a Swiss watch, and all of those things together put you in the zone. On a typical Sunday, when you take your car out, a lot of fun is when there's an organised event like Machines and Macchiatos. The pleasure of that, you get to drive your car there and back, park it up amongst some other interesting cars. So you meet up with guys that sometimes, some of these guys you only see them at the coffee and car morning. I can honestly say some of my best friends today are people who I've befriended through cars. Hi, I'm Laurie and I'm the proud owner of a 1970 E-Type Jaguar Series 2.